store, but people not going to be going to the store in October, right?
Not to the stove. They're going to be going to the shed.
The tractor shed, that's the month of October because all sorts of special things going on. But going back to the roots, right?
Absolutely. It's much better to go to the tractor shed than to the woodshed.
That's true. No woodshed for us. Well, I'm Devon O'Day.
I'm Sylvia Gagnon.
Stay tuned for a great show.
Hi, I'm Brenda Fielder. When it comes to sunrooms and screen porches, we have more than 60 years experience helping Middle Tennesseans add value to their homes. At Mid-South Exteriors, we install all types of siding, from hardy board to all the new vinyl designs. We also do custom trim, gutters and downspouts. We even do roofing. And of course, energy-efficient replacement windows. Our website is our showroom, so we come to you and sell direct to you for less.
MidSouthExteriors.com.
Getting all the produce ready. You're going to be in the tractor shed during the month of October.
We are going to be showing people how you cure the winter squash. They don't have any disease or anything. Curing means something else, because when you take sweet potatoes or a winter squash out of the field, you want the skin to harden off a little bit so it stores longer. And so we have all those out with the fans on them, so you get to see all those beautiful things. Like here are some of them that have cured a little bit early. You've got the delicata, the acorn, everybody's favorite, the butternut, and then down here in the bottom, let me just tell you, it's hiding because it knows I want to eat it. See those red curries down in there?
Yes.
These are amazing. The flesh is really super red inside, but they're really sweet. And
Did you make a pie out of it?
You could make a pie out of it. You could also make a red curry out of the red curry. It doesn't taste like curry itself, but you put red curry with it. But my favorite thing to do is to lop off the top, scoop it out, and make creme brulee in them. And it's like pumpkin creme brulee, and it's fabulous.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
Fantastic. Look at all these and the fresh Brussels sprouts. Everybody's looking for those when it comes to all of their holiday tables, and you're going to have the fresh Brussels sprouts.
Devon, do you like beets?
Yes, I do. I love beets.
You know, this is one of the highest energy food. Instead of reaching for that, energy drink, beets are proven athletes can get 2 to 3% more endurance, increase their speed just by putting beets into their diet.
Wow.
So don't discount them. Just learn how to fix them right. Some people are like, they taste like dirt. Well, you're just not fixing them right, So don't
What's your favorite way?
Oh, my favorite way is roast them.
Yes.
Because that makes them really sweet. And then I get them almost done all the way through, and then I take them and I finish them in a little orange juice in a pot on the stove. And then that really sweetens them up and gives them a little orange flavor. And then I put them into a salad with some orange segments. And the other thing that I love so much, arugula. This is the time of year. This was just harvested arugula here. This arugula is so spicy. It's got that little pepper,
lemon pepper kind of a
like
taste.
zip, zip, and I love it. I'm like a rabbit.
It's so good.
I think it's gonna be supper tonight.
I know it doesn't have any poison on it because it came from Green Door Gourmet.
Exactly. I can just really be. That's why the rabbits like everything here so much. Nothing deters them from wanting to eat, including pesticides or anything else. So
it's all organic.
Really great arugula here at Green Door.
And the nice little gourd. I love the little okras.
Well, it's the end of the okra season, so don't get excited. It will not be here all of October. It's just right here at the beginning, and then it goes bye-bye like tomatoes. All the summer things must go to pass because then we want them again in the spring and the summer. So come and get it right now, but it won't be here all of October. But we'll have carrots all of October.
Yeah, that's right. And those delicious carrots, they actually taste like carrots. I will tell you, they're yummy. So good.
Yes, and then we move on. We'll still have peppers for a little bit longer and eggplant for a little bit more. End of the field peas coming up. It's radish season. They're coming around the corner for all different kinds of radishes as well.
And what about kale?
And kale. It's just a little early for our kale. I like it to have some of those super cool nights because then it sweetens it up.
Yeah.
So we don't have kale quite yet. We want it to be the very best, or we don't want to have it.
Can you imagine a day without water?
Join the Murfreesboro Water Resources Department in our mission to celebrate the life-giving resource that sustains our community. Water is essential, and we want you to showcase its importance through our exciting campaign.
People have no idea that every time they turn on that tap water, that there's water there, right? They have no idea about the infrastructure, the people, the resources that's required, that every time they touch that tap, that water is there. And by the same token, they pay no regard to the efforts that we make as utilities to make sure that all the wastewater gets treated and then put out into the stream in the most economical and safe manner. So Imagine a Day Without Water campaign is something that allows utilities and the people that use our water, our consumers, to think about the value of water and to consider using it wisely.
We are calling all talented high school students to create a captivating video that highlights the significance of water in our daily lives, be it conservation, sustainability, or the beauty of our local water sources. Mark your calendar. The deadline for submissions is October 9th.
We're looping in our young people. We're going to do that again with our high school video contest. We're allowing students from City of Murfreesboro, anybody in Rutherford County, to issue us a 30-second to 60-second PSA announcement about what they see we can do to improve our infrastructure, what their interpretation of that concept, Imagine a Day Without Water, looks like.
Have you ever wondered how we ensure clean, safe water for our city? Take an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of our cutting-edge water treatment plants on October 19th. Witness firsthand the technology and dedication that goes into providing pristine water for Murfreesboro.
Even the thought of can they imagine a day without water, that's what we're going to push this year. And the way we're going to make people see that in a real way is we're opening up our 3 facilities for the very first time: our water plant, our wastewater plant, and our operations and maintenance facilities. We've never done that before. We want to allow our customers and consumers to get like a show and tell, to come into our world and be able to see and touch the resources that we use to make sure that their potable water is clean and it has a great taste.
Let's raise awareness about the value of water and the critical role it plays in our community. Together, we can make every day a day with clean, reliable water. Don't miss out on this opportunity to make a splash for a brighter future.
We all love winter squash and pumpkins, but sometimes cutting into these can be very difficult. So one of the ways to do this easily so that you don't have to cut into this when it's all wobbly and everything on your cutting board is to roast these whole. Now the key to this is that you need to make sure that you're not using a flimsy baking sheet. You need one that's very sturdy because this is going to be heavy. It's lightly greased on the bottom so that this does not stick to the pan, and then you can do several at one time and just stick these in the oven. You're going to preheat your oven to about 350, and then all you need to do is make sure that a ice pick can stick in there. It's going to take about an hour, but again, the larger ones might take a little bit longer, so you may be pulling some out and leaving some in. It's been 1 hour, so now we're going to test all of these and see if they're ready. That one's ready. This one's ready. Ready? Again, just use an ice pick to do this. This one is not. So this one will go back in. These are ready to slice open. And then you're going to see how easy it is to cut these. And again, just scoop out as normal the seeds and the fibers, and you've got a roasted winter squash that's ready to use.
Tell us a little bit about why Two Rivers Ford wanted to get involved in honoring a citizen doing amazing things.
Well, the Mount Juliet community is a special community, and we know it, and we see it all the time. We have customers that are teachers and volunteers, so we have the new Two Rivers Ford Park, or the naming rights to the Two Rivers Ford Park and the Mount Juliet League, and we just thought, how awesome would it be just to pick a citizen every month and spotlight them, put them on the board, just celebrate the wonderful people in our community.
Joel, tell me a little bit about what your day-to-day is like.
My majority of my day is spent I'm either with my family at work or we're at church. Those are really the three places that we're involved in. I've been at Two Rivers Ford for 29 years, so a good bit of my time spent there. But my favorite place to be is at home with my wife and my son. My wife Billy, and her and I've been married for 32 years, and we have a 15-year-old son Sam who's still at home. I also have two older daughters. They're out of the house, but our favorite place to be is with our family for the most part.
When you get involved with the community, what are the things that call your name? What are the things that say, hey, I want you to be involved?
I can't explain it. It just gets put on our heart. I really don't know. It's not that I want to go out or that my wife and I want to go out and do something to say, here, look what we did. That's why I'm really kind of embarrassed doing all this. Things just get put on our heart, and there's a calling, and I can't explain it. We started out working with a homeless shelter up in Lebanon. It's called Compassionate Hands. Spent a few winters there serving, just not doing a lot. There's so many people that do so much more than we do. My wife sorts some clothes, and I spend a night a couple nights a month. That's really what we do. It's nothing that anybody can't do, and now we're involved with the Tennessee Heat Athletic Association. It's a Christian-based organization. Every child involved is homeschooled, and by the way, my wife homeschools. And they've got baseball, they've got basketball, they've got football, they've got track, they've got archery, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great Christian-based environment for the children, and we enjoy it. And I guess really the only thing I'm excited about why we're doing this right now is that hopefully somebody sees Compassionate Hands that never heard of it. And maybe they need that. Or maybe somebody wants to spend some time up there helping them. Or maybe they'll see the Tennessee Heat and say, you know what, I want to pitch in and help there too. So that's really what I told my wife, that's what's motivated me to do this. Is maybe to get somebody else to help these organizations.
Do you remember as a kid the first thing you ever volunteered for?
Yeah, Boy Scouts. Or Cub Scouts. As a Cub Scout. The very first thing I probably volunteered to do was to get your Bobcat pin, you had to do a good turn. That was the first thing you had to do. And I volunteered to help unload some stuff at school when I was like 6 years old. It was just, I might have carried a box inside, but boy, I thought I'd done something, because I volunteered and I helped somebody. So,
if you were to get to talk to a parent now and wanted to get their child involved in giving and volunteering and doing, what would you suggest to a parent?
There are so many there's great organizations right here in Mount Juliet that I'm not involved in, but I know that they need help. There's Lantern Lane. They're always looking for people to help. That's a place for kids that don't have parents. I'm not sure, but I think it's a girls' school where they go, and they live there. They live on site, which is a fantastic thing. The Mount Juliet Help Center right down the street here, that is awesome. Nothing more than, I plan to do this year and I didn't do it, but I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to plant a garden and take all the food to the help center because they don't get a lot of fresh food. So, if somebody wants to do that, that's a huge help to them. Because it's too expensive really for them to go to buy all the fresh stuff. So a lot of stuff, donations there really help them. That, or I don't know, there's so many, if they're involved in a church, just have the kids go to their church and see, because there's always, Cross Point does a Serve the City thing twice a year, which is great. It's just fantastic. You don't have to look very far to give a helping hand.
And he scores!
Chopping with a purpose. Dishes that come to life with glistening blades and even sharper creativity. These 4-H youngsters are in a chopped cooking event held at the Tennessee State Wilson County Fair. The fair theme was corn, and that was a required ingredient for each team.
We are making Mexican street corn with enchiladas and fruit dip.
Sounds pretty good.
It is.
3 counties competed, each making a Tex-Mex entree with lots of tasty sides and fresh vegetables and produce. But these are not just 4 teen cooks working at the same table. The goal is unity and then a delicious dish.
Part of it too is we're grading them on communication and teamwork, so how to really work with the team, and that they're learning how to also communicate with their team members since they only have 90 minutes to prepare an appetizer meal and an entree.
The team that comes out on top here will travel to a national chopped competition at the Texas State Fair in 2024. But it's a learning experience for all these kids, including several who have career aspirations as foodies or chefs. Jaden Graves is already accomplished in the kitchen, but still looking to boost her skills with this contest.
I actually do. So like I said, I started in food science. It was like my passion to cook. I worked in a restaurant for about 3 years. So starting off early, working in a restaurant, I always had a dream to cook. It was just something I enjoyed doing for fun.
The kids heard cooking and career advice from Chef Julio Hernandez, who owns a Nashville restaurant and served here as a judge. 4-H leaders want these youngsters to meet potential mentors.
They can learn about what it goes into being a chef so that hopefully they will continue to want to follow down that career path.
When the chopping stopped and the baking was done, it was time for the judges to have a taste, and they were impressed. Good things happen when you introduce a young person to the world of food. They'll all cook someday and may even consider doing it for a living. This is Charles Denny reporting.
I was okay with it, but then I started doing this.
At Chapel's, we pride ourselves on offering a wide variety of the freshest fruits and vegetables, handpicked just for you. We have a wide selection of the freshest, highest quality meats that will leave your taste buds craving more. Our friendly staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. We believe in treating every customer like family because at Chapel's, your family is our family. We've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. You can visit any of our Chapel's locations in Dixon, White Bluff, McEwen, and Centerville.
All right, shade cloth up on top is what you were talking about.
Correct. It's become sunglasses for what's in here. And if you take a sneak peek and you look in here, of course, this is to keep the bunny rabbits from getting in, easily at least. So this is arugula and cilantro and parsley and things that like a cooler temperature, the radishes that are over there. So we want to keep it cooler in here than it would be if it didn't have the shade cloth on top. So that's why you put the shade cloth in the summer to give you a little bit of cool down.
Wow.
With clouds and heavy rain in the forecast, the 2023 Greenway Art Festival still had plans to continue. So armed with their work, several artists braved the weather for a chance to share their creations and an opportunity to mingle with others in the art community.
I've been in search of other artists for a long time and like outlets for it, and for some reason I had a hard time finding it. So I've had a couple art friends that have told me about this event, and it's local. I love the Greenway. I love the Greenway when I'm not painting. And I was like, I really want to go there. So I got my application in just in time, like barely made the deadline, and got accepted and braved the rain this morning. Got set up and didn't drown, and here we are. It's actually turned out pretty good today. I'm glad they didn't cancel.
We start work on the Greenway Art Festival in May, and we put out for submissions, and we really work on it all year long. And then we have a ton of time to be able to go over the art, and then we jury it. So we go through, there's 2 or 3 people that look at the art to make sure it fits with our criteria of original artwork. And then we just work everything all together and make a beautiful event for the public in September.
I'm a local Murfreesboro artist, and my work is actually a combination of painting with acrylic paint and brushes and palette knives. What I strive for is to get vibrant colors and textured surfaces with the acrylic paint by applying it with the palette knife that gives it that thick texture to it. And that's the thing that really attracts viewers when they walk by and they see the vibrant colors and the textures. So that's been a really fun medium for me to work in for the past 10 years, and it's been well received. This is my first year doing the Greenway Art Festival, and I'm really excited about being out here today with the other artists participating.
We try to get a variety of different styles. We have some oil painters, some acrylic. We've got watercolors, woodcraft arts. We have ceramics. We actually have a junior portion this year. So we have Christiana Elementary, and DT Tutorial is here, and it's helping teach these kids so many great things.
This is a booth that all my sisters and me made together. There's 4 of us, so we thought of the name Sister Made. So we make a lot of jewelry and like wax cord bracelets and seed bead necklaces. My sister Kaylin makes some clay bead necklaces. Krista makes some of these woven beaded bracelets, and they're so pretty. But I've always been interested in being like a small business owner, so I've always been looking for like business opportunities. And then Mom told me, hey, the Greenway Art Festival now has a booth where the kids under 18 can have a booth for free. And I was like, what? We gotta get in on this. So then we sent our we submitted our form to it, and we were accepted. Just to like see all the art of everyone, like the diversity is so amazing, and all the creativity that goes into this, it's super impressive to look at.
Everyone needs to come out to the Greenway Art Festival. It is a wonderful event, and if you didn't come this year, you missed out on some great Christmas gifts, some great birthday gifts. There's all kind of original work here that you need to come see.
For more information on the annual Greenway Art Festival and other events, visit the Parks and Recreation Department online at www.murfreesboroparks.com.
I was trapped in a 10-block radius for well over 20 years, and I sold myself as if I was a commodity, and I never dreamed that I would get my life back.
In my household, there was a lot of abuse that led me to using drugs, and then it led me also into the prison system. Being as young as I was, I felt like there was no way out.
My life was so, oh God, it was so much confusion.
Thistle Farms is a justice social enterprise dedicated to helping women who are survivors of trafficking, addiction, and prostitution recover and heal. None of the women that we serve at Thistle Farms ended up on the streets by themselves. It took a whole bunch of broken systems and broken communities that really rolled out a red carpet. That story is borne by the women of Thistle Farms, who on average are first raped between the ages of 7 and 11 and first hit the streets between 14 and 16 years old.
Women just don't choose to be on the streets or selling themselves. If you go back, you will find some traumatic circumstances that have happened in each woman's life that have made them feel like this is all I have, or this is the only way that I'm going to get someone to love me.
At Thistle Farms, we believe that women deserve a second chance at life. But the amazing thing to me is many of the women we serve, this is their first chance at life. You know, if they entered into trafficking at the age of 5 or 6, they never had a fair shake. And this may be the first time a community has invested in them to say, now's your time. We do this by providing safe housing, good jobs, and a lifelong sisterhood of support.
When I came here, my whole world changed. Everything. Everything that I needed was provided for me, from mental health meds to the physical help that I needed, dental, vision, free of charge for me.
Nobody cared about my background because I probably wouldn't have a job. You know, it was just a blessing to be able to come somewhere and to get training.
You see, I struggled so long with knowing if I was loved. That had a lot to do with me being in addiction for so long, because I didn't think anybody cared, anybody loved. But every day, the women in this community, they love me.
I have never been welcomed and not judged. And in my interview, my boss said, it doesn't matter about your past or what you're in prison for or what you did. None of that matters. Tell me what you do now
for your recovery, for yourself, for your sobriety. And that was different. It was something I had never experienced.
People will love you so much that they love you back to life. I truly believe that love does heal. I like the fact that I go to work and I pay bills, and it's just different. It's just different being here on the other side.
Without Thistle Farms, I don't know exactly where I'd be. I don't know.
I had always been in a situation where I got to give something to get something, but this was one of those programs that we give and we give and we give, and all we want you to do is learn how to love yourself. And we're gonna keep loving on you until you learn how to, and now I love me to death. I do. I love me to death now. I do.
I wish I had dreamed bigger sooner. I really do. I mean, I think I spent too much time thinking this was really small. And loving people is a really big idea, and it means that we have to be big enough to live into that idea. It's about remembering the amazing things that love has done and believing in the amazing things that are still to come. It reminds us to, stay rooted in that small circle where we believe one candle lit can bring another woman home. But it also means believing that we make a difference in this world and that together we can be a powerful symbol for how love heals. And that's what we're going to do. So we're just hitting our stride. We are the largest social enterprise of its kind in the U.S. But, we're just beginning to light a candle. And we're going to do it because people still love us and hope with us, and we are committed to growing the movement that reminds the whole world that love is the most powerful force for change there is.
Hi, I'm Brenda Fielder. At Mid-South Exteriors, our custom sunrooms bring the sunshine in without all the heat and the bugs. And they keep you warm all winter while you enjoy the outdoors all year round. They add real value because we build them like your house to match your house. Or let us save you energy by replacing your windows and old siding. And because we have no retail overhead, we come to you and sell direct to you for less. Call us at 833-8003 or visit us at MidSouthExteriors.com.
Whew, we busy this time of year. It is harvest season, isn't it?
Absolutely. Just putting stuff in baskets right and left.
I mean, getting the taters in, getting the kale is soon to come, but I hope that you make a trip to Green Door Gourmet to the tractor shed.
Absolutely. It's going to be so much fun down on the farm.
What entrance do they use?
They're going to use the farm truck entrance.
And there's a big sign.
A big sign.
And if you're looking for a blessing, you can go there. But you remember, you got to first be one.